Today we're in Berlin. We flew into the Brandenburg Airport. It's one of the EasyJet hubs, so it's really convenient. From departures, you get straight into the railway station and it's about 30 minutes to the city centre of Berlin. 24-hour pass costs €10 and you can use all of the zones A, B and C, the S-Bahn, the train, so it's an absolute bargain and you can really explore the city really well. We're going to spend the day here looking at Berlin and then tomorrow morning we're going to fly back out.
We have come to Plant Base near Alexanderplatz for breakfast this morning. We have a shared platter for two. It's got carrot bacon and also smoked salmon, but a vegan version with carrots as well. It looks incredible, so we're going to start off our day well with some big breakfast before heading on to explore the city.
We're starting our tour of Berlin at the Brandenburg Gate. It's the most iconic place here in Berlin. Interesting fact is the statue at the top there. When Napoleon came here, he took that back to Paris and it was returned after he was defeated, not so shortly afterwards. So it's a great place to start as we have the Reichstag Building or the Bundesamt just through there. So we're going to start here and walk through the gate. As you walk through the door, you'll turn right towards the Reichstag Building. If you have a look at on the floor, on the road, you see, is the original markings of where the Berlin Wall once stood. And you'll see this running throughout the city, but we're going to go see the wall a little bit later. But just keep an eye out for that as you walk through the city. Behind me here is the Reichstag Building, where German politics are housed today. You can see just on the top there is a glass dome, because in 1933 there was the Reichstag fire, which was a pivotal point in Hitler's rise to power. It was, however, restored and rebuilt. It opened again in 1999, and as you can see, the glass building up top there is something you can visit today. You can do a tour of the building, but you have to book far in advance. Some say even like 6 months in advance to secure a place.
We are walking through the Tiergarten, one of Berlin's 3 biggest parks, on our way to the Victory Column. As you walk this route, you'll also find yourself at a memorial for the soldiers that were killed during the Battle of Berlin. So there's lots of ways to get around Berlin. There's the U-Bahn, the S-Bahn, buses, trams, and also scooters. And you know we're a fan of 2-Up, so...
Emily's favourite will be the Lime scooters.
So we're just jumping on this to ride next to the Tiergarten and all the way to the Victory Column.
Put it here.
Yeah. Parking. Mission complete. So when you're visiting Victory Column, you will head down into the stairs. Don't cross over the roundabout. Look for the stairs. Go down and underneath, and then you'll come out right at Victory Column. So, Victory Column behind me was built in the late 1800s to commemorate a Prussian victory. On top of the column stands the Goddess of Victory. You can actually go all the way to the top of the column, climbing 270 steps, and that way you'll get 360-degree views of Berlin. Inside Victory Column, you'll find yourself in a small museum. It's €4 per adult to enter, and you also get access to the observation deck on the top of the tower.
This is the first tier as they exit from the stairs. You see the beautiful mosaic behind me, and if you look a little closer to the pillars, you can see scars from the past on these marble here. Obviously, this has been a site of many battles.
So after that rather tiring 270 stairs to the top, you are rewarded with incredible views of Berlin. Behind me, you've got the Brandenburg Gate, all of the Berlin skyline, which seems to go on forever. Okay, we are back on the line heading towards Potsdamer Platz. This is a great ride for when you're on the line. Look at the view as you head towards the Brandenburg Gate. We're going to be hanging a right now towards Potsdamer Platz. And this journey so far has taken 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to be following the old Berlin Wall, I think. Also, not far from the Tiergarten and the Brandenburg Gate is a memorial to the murdered Jews of Europe. There's over 2,700 concrete slabs here, and it creates a memorial and a place of contemplation. An important stop off on any tour of Berlin.
As we walk to Potsdamer Platz, you'll pass through the Mall of Berlin. A great place for shopping, grabbing something to eat, but as for us,
Or, like us, we just need the toilet.
Yeah.
We're standing in Potsdamer Platz here, and this exact point as well was where the wall ran through Potsdamer Platz. It actually divided it completely in two, and Potsdamer Platz remained desolate for many years. There's a small segment of the wall just there. I'm not sure if it was the original location for it, but it's been put there as a reminder. Today, it's full of cafes, shops and bars, and it's quite a bustling place now, and one of the main hubs of the city. Just behind us is Checkpoint Charlie, or otherwise known as Checkpoint C. This was one of the few checkpoints where you could cross between the eastern and western part of Berlin.
It's a very busy destination here. There's lots and lots going on around you. So even if you come early in the morning, I think it's going to be very busy.
Also, just behind the Friedrichstraße Bahnhof or train station is a lesser known checkpoint. It's the Tränenpalast checkpoint, which is now housing a permanent exhibition as to what life was like in Germany when it was divided.
So behind me is Museum Island, or Spree Island as it's also known, and it's a World Heritage Site. The island itself is full of museums, so if you have more time, we recommend that you go and explore the island itself, seeing some of the museums like the Bone Museum, which is just behind me.
Overlooking the Museum Island, which we just walked past, is the Berliner Dom, or Cathedral of Berlin. It was actually mostly destroyed in the World War II and was fully reconstructed in 1993. And it stands here in these grounds, and just next to it is a history museum which features a lot of Greek and Roman artifacts. Coming towards the end of the day, we've come to the East Side Gallery, which is 1.3 kilometers of the original Berlin Wall, which over 118 artists have depicted their imagery and statements on it. It's a really interesting place to come and take a stroll.
So the sun is setting and we are on the River Spree that is behind us, and that's kind of the end of our Berlin city vlog.
Yeah, we've only been here a day this time, but there's so much to see in Berlin,
Yeah,
depending on what history you like, bars, restaurants, nightlife. I think Berlin has really something for everyone, and it's such a cool place. That's why we've already been 4 or 5 times now, haven't we?
And every time we come, we discover something new. So you definitely should venture here and explore Berlin for yourself.
Yeah, make your own tour, but they were just our highlights from today.
So we'll catch you guys in the next video, wherever we may be.